Hey guys, my name is Matsumo, and today I wanted to do another Did You Know style of video for Rainbow Six Siege. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but now that the Parabellum DLC is just around the corner, there's a ridiculous amount of Easter eggs with this new map, and the new operators also have some interesting mechanics that may not be all that obvious. And so first of all, probably my favorite Easter egg that was introduced with this DLC is if you make your way on over to the art studio on Villa. On one of the counters, you'll know that there is a granite or stone block. Now, at first glance, this doesn't seem too suspicious. Italy, where this map is based on, is known for its artwork, the Italian Renaissance. People created these incredible pieces of art out of stone, and so it doesn't seem too unreasonable that there would be one of these stone blocks in an art studio. Well, if you take a hammer, or if you shoot it with your primary weapon, you'll uncover what they were working on, which was apparently Lord Tachanka in all of his glory. Not only does this make him look further like a Greek god, but honestly, I just think it looks fantastic and would love to have this made into a charm. I would put this on all of my weapons. I think it looks that good. And so if you'd like to check it out yourself, you want to see this in person, just make your way on over to the art studio. This map also has a lot of references to Assassin's Creed, not only because this is a Ubisoft game, but once again because it's set in Italy. Now the most obvious one is if you're in the fountain area by the spawn, there's that one that's by the fountain itself, the Assassin's Creed logo. Now most of you guys probably already knew about this because we saw it literally in the trailer reveal, but one of the better ones, I think, is if you make your way all the way up to the tower, you look down at one of the hay boxes down there. If you shoot at it, it makes the leap of faith sound. To anyone that hasn't played Assassin's Creed and you have no idea what the leap of faith is, if you jump off a large building in that game into a haybox, that is a sound that it makes while you're falling. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying that in Rainbow Six Siege because you won't make it. I tried, you're gonna splat on the ground, but I did think this was a really cool nod to that game. Now, if you move on over to the other side of the rooftop, you'll notice a town out in the distance. If you look closely, it appears that someone is perched on the top of the tower. Now, a lot of people are speculating that this is Ezio, once again from the Assassin's Creed franchise. Because this is set in Italy, Ezio was the main character from the Assassin's Creed from that setting, and also because what you do in that game for half the time is basically climb on buildings and get to the very top. And so while it is impossible to tell exactly who it is because it's just too far away, we're not going to get enough character detail from this distance, if we had to take an educated guess, it probably is Ezio. Another really cool Easter egg is if you make your way on over to the ruin spawn, you'll notice that there is a sealed off well, and if you stand by it for a while, or if you just take a couple of shots, you're gonna wake up some zombies. If I had to take a guess, because it's pretty obvious, this is a reference to Operation Outbreak that happened just a couple of months ago. I haven't seen any other signs of zombies on the map. Who knows, maybe there is a really intricate Easter egg here, much like on Tower, where you can get into a secret room and see these for yourself. But for right now, it is just the audio, which I thought was pretty cool. The last Easter egg that we're gonna be taking a look at today is if you make your way over to the red stairs, you'll notice that there is a painting on the wall, but the painting doesn't look as refined, or it looks a little bit out of place compared to a lot of the other paintings on the map. Well, if you take a sledgehammer or use a breaching charge or whatever, you will open up a secret little passageway. Not only do I think that this is a really cool detail, but I could also see this being used tactically. If you're someone who needs to get flanked and you're stuck in that little cubby room, well, instead of running outside and trying to hit it from a different direction that way, just open up this side little routes. You have access to the staircase, which allows you a lot of different flanking routes, and hopefully you can get to the objective from those different angles. This could also be used as pulse. He could sit in the staircase or in that cubby directly behind it, wait for anyone to go up or down the staircase, and as soon as they think they're safe because they just don't realize that that secret passageway is there, he's gonna be able to take them down. I could see a lot of applications with this little passageway. Now, as for the two new operators, Alibi and Maestro, they have some aspects of them that aren't really all that obvious. The one that I was really surprised by is that if you're droning on offense, and you have your drone pass through one of the holograms, I'm not sure if this is a glitch or if it's intentional, I'm assuming that it's intentional, your operator will be marked as if you try to take a shot at that hologram. This can put you in a bit of a predicament. It's not spotting your drone, I should really clarify this, it's spotting your physical operator, and so if you were right outside the objective room, you're not in the safest location, you were just trying to get a little bit of information before you jumped on in, as soon as you pass through that hologram, your operator is going to be spotted, and if they round the corner at that exact moment, they're going to have a very large advantage against you. Now, this does give you a little information yourself. If you're trying to figure out what is the real one and which isn't, they're doing the House of Mirrors trick, this is one way of going about it, but just know that it does have that downside. As for Maestro, one really cool aspect about him is that it appears that his gadget does not have a range to it. People were testing, you can be 100 meters away, and he can shock you literally from across the map. I don't think that this is all of a sudden going to become a strategy where people place their Maestro gadget as far away as they possibly can, but they can get that one line of sight at a really extreme distance. Who knows, maybe that's the way that people are going to use it, but just know that at all distances, if you see that gadget and it sees you, it can actually deal some damage or take out your gadgets. Another thing that's worth noting is that Maestro can accidentally counter Alibi if he's not careful. If Offense has a Dokubi on their team and they hack into your cameras, that includes his gadgets. One great thing about his cameras is that they're Iron V, just like Glass, and so everyone, including offense and defense, is gonna have a glow to them. They're gonna appear yellow. This means that if you have a hologram directly in front of the camera, then Offense is going to know that that is a fake hologram. Not a crazy counter, but that is one thing that you should consider when you are placing his gadget on certain parts of the map, if you do have an alibi. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's episode of Did You Know? I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you found any really cool Easter eggs on the new Villa map that we didn't talk about today. This map is massive. I would not be surprised if there's some really intricate Easter egg that hasn't been discovered yet, and so if you have, let everyone know down below. But yeah, guys, until tomorrow, have a good one, and take it easy.